Gary Neville, amongst other ex-Manchester United players, have got to a stage where they are giving up on Harry Maguire. The compilations, the mistakes, the awful leadership from this man has come to full circle in recent weeks. And I, for one, like many others, have simply had enough of Harry Maguire and his lack of leadership, his lack of concentration, and the continual mistakes that the Manchester United captain is making. It is getting to a point where it is costing Manchester United points. But what is the plan? What is it that Manchester United are doing to move things forward? Why does he continue to get played? I've sat on this for a number of days now. I've been thinking about this for a number of days now, and I can't get my head around it. I cannot get my head around why Harry Maguire is still the captain and why he's still being played by Manchester United on such a regular basis. I want your thoughts and I want your feelings. I need you to hit the like button. I need you to leave your comments below. I need you to subscribe to the Football Terrace as well. But there are many, many articles circulating now of Gary Neville backtracks on his Man United irreplaceable star as he reflects on Harry Maguire and the struggles that the Manchester United captain and England centre-back is having. You have seen Roy Keane absolutely tear into Harry Maguire for his comments, where Harry Maguire is always blaming other people, their finishing, their performances, never owning his own mistakes. And we see this on such a regular basis from the Man United captain. Of course, this headline put out this week, has Harry Maguire had the desired impact since his £80 million move to Manchester United? This needs to be looked at. Man United need to be, and I'm talking fans here as well, as consistent as we are with every other big money signing. Drop the English bias. Drop the you have to play your captain nonsense. He was £80 million. Year one, he looked very, very good. Man United's defensive metrics improved. We conceded around 30% less goals, nearly 40% less opportunities on goal. We were playing the ball out from the back better. These things are fact. I don't care about opinion on this. We were better for about 18 months, and then it started to crumble. Harry Maguire has followed the same pattern as many other players at Manchester United, and that is simply, as the pressure builds and the expectation increases to win the major honours, to be more consistent, he has fallen apart. His fall from grace is absolutely horrendous. And this was all typified, of course, with being pretty much responsible for all 5 goals to a mauling at Old Trafford against Liverpool just a few short months ago. And what you will say is, well, Terry, you've told us before that Man United are more the problem than individual players. And I'm not getting away from that. I believe that the lack of coaching, the lack of direction, continuity, standards and expectations within Man United have helped lead to where we find Harry Maguire right about now. No doubt about that in my mind. It's played a part. But United need to start acting now. Manchester United need to cut adrift the deadwood. Manchester United need to wait for nobody. Maguire mentally is shot, and in my opinion, he will never recover. When you are substituted, when you were taken off the football pitch, when your team is in desperation for leadership, calmness, and a goal to stay in the Champions League, and you are substituted over a number of other individuals that were doing nothing in the game, that tells me your time is coming to an end. We have seen the rumors and we have seen the speculation about internal meetings about removing the captaincy. And this was something, again, that the supposed Man United faithful came out in their droves about. They shut down. Absolutely no chance. This should not be happening. This is media lies. They are making this up. Look, Rangnick has played it down. Nonsense. Absolute nonsense. This was true, in my opinion. I believe these conversations are going ahead. I believe that Maguire, along with a number of other players, and I include the likes of Rashford, I include the Pogbas in this conversation, have been given enough rope to hang themselves with, metaphorically speaking. They have been given opportunities, they have been given game time, and they've failed again. And you know what I'm sick and tired of? And it isn't just Maguire. This is Man United players in general. We're always blaming the managers. Paul Pogba hasn't reached the heights we wanted to under 3 coaches now. Rashford's had 4. Maguire's had 2. Martial, 4. These players always have excuses made for them. They need to be held accountable. And this is the pattern of events at Manchester United. The board are the major problem because they don't instill the standards. So we have to instill this. But how you get the standards instilled is by, first of all, holding the players to account first. Mentality, behaviors, culture, performances, consistency. These things have to be addressed. People leaking transfer stories, people leaking team news, people leaking training ground stories. Whether they perceive them to be good, bad, or indifferent is irrelevant. All these things punishable. 2 years into a 5-year deal, your agent starts touting you to other clubs. End it or sell them. The club needs to take back control and power. Player power is such an issue at Manchester United. Rewarding mediocrity is such an issue at Manchester United. It becomes a double-edged sword. Is Paul Pogba responsible for him not being consistent? Partly, because he hasn't been consistent. But he's been rewarded and not reprimanded for not being consistent. Therefore, you create a breeding ground for mediocrity. If you're at work, if you're running a business and your staff are not pulling their weight and they're turning up late, taking too long at lunch, not delivering against their sales targets, not keeping the place clean and tidy, and they don't have a professional manner. In the first instance, maybe the second instance, it is their fault. That is their problem. But if you as the business owner or the manager or the MD, whatever you are, if you allow that to flourish, if you allow that to grow, if you allow that to become cultural, if you allow that to spread to other subordinates, other members of staff, other parts of the team, that's on you. That is your responsibility. And we've had managers at Man United that have tried to stop this. Whether their approach be the arm around the shoulder, the friendly approach like Ollie, or the kind of totalitarian approach of Jose Mourinho, the board has never really backed it. The board has never really done what's needed behind the scenes to enhance that. Fans play a part as well. Stop defending these charlatans. All of them. Put none of them above your club, ever. And reject anyone who's a fanboy. The only case in point being if the club are legitimately mistreating them. And I'm talking, you're making Anthony Martial clean the toilets with a toothbrush. Then you got a problem. But asking them to train double sessions, train at night, no. One of the things I've seen fans get angry about is when a club looks to bring in competition for their favourite player. Everyone's toys get thrown out there. Oh, give me my position back. Give me my shirt number back. The club's gone soft. And I've had enough of Harry Maguire. His time is up as far as I'm concerned. He should be nowhere near the starting lineup of Manchester United. And what now needs to happen? The fans need to come together. And it isn't just demanding it against Maguire because you don't like Maguire. It's looking at all these players. If Pogba doesn't want to commit, drop him. Like legitimately, one of the mistakes Rangnick's made. If Pogba ain't going to be here next year, he shouldn't be on the field of play. Get rid. That isn't because I dislike Pogba. And I know in the comments, I can read your comments. Oh my God, Terry, we haven't got Pogba. I love Pogba, but I love my football club more. If he doesn't want to be here, get rid. Speak to Rashford this week. Are you talking to other clubs? Yeah, I'm thinking of leaving. Cool. You're sitting on that bench. You're in the stands for the rest of the season. I'm going to pluck out Hannibal. I'm going to pluck out Charlie Savage. I'm going to pluck out Iqbal. They're going to play. They want to be here. This club has got to get tough on these players. This club has got to show the players who's boss. This club has got to reinstill a culture. And I am not surprised that players are angry that Maguire is continually picked, because he's been absolutely shocking and should be dropped. But then what they do, because they see him get away with it, they lower their standards. It becomes a slippery slope domino effect. Erosion, 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 erosion. Across the park. And that's why Manchester United are in the mud. It's why we will stay in the mud forever and a day. There's no getting away from it. We are absolutely in bits as a football club. And when you look at the fact, and I want to focus on these headlines. Gary Neville says that United captain Harry Maguire is nowhere near it after the Liverpool thrashing. United fans call for Harry Maguire to be stripped of the captaincy after disappointing performances. But these are the funniest two. Look at the dates here. 9 times Maguire has gone viral for poor mistakes. That was back in 2020 that headline came out. This has been going on far too long that we've had to put up with this. And we've all at times defended Maguire. We've all at times defended Pogba, Rashford, Bruno, Martial. But enough is enough. The club has got to put the club first. Forget about these players. Forget about their social media presence. Forget about their popularity with fanboys. And focus on getting this club back to the peak of its powers. Because until they do that, we are absolutely screwed. Hit that like and share button, people. Subscribe to the Football Terrace. And we'll see you all again very, very soon. Thank you.